Okay, question 4. Solve the equation 2x squared plus 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. Give your answers correct to one decimal place. Hello, alarm bells. You cannot factorise this. You are going to have to use a quadratic formula. Go look at your formula sheet, copy it down properly, and have a go yourself. Okay, quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So write down what a is equal to, b is equal to, and c is equal to, and then sub them in. Okay, so a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to negative 4. Now we very carefully substitute them into our formula. So we substitute in very carefully. Watch your negatives. Always make sure you put your negatives in. Once we've done that, we are then going to chuck this into our calculator. So next stage, we've done this in the calculator and we get 57. So now we have to do negative 5 plus the square root of 57 divided by 4, and then negative 5 take away the square root of 57 divided by 4. So again, you're chucking that into the calculator to do the two sums. Okay, so we do minus 5 plus the square root of 57 all divided by 4. We get 0.637. When we do minus 5 minus the square root of 57 all divided by 4, we get negative 3.137. But we've been asked to do it to one decimal place, so we need to round these two. So final answers, 0.6 and minus 3.1. Okay, marking scheme. You get your first mark for correctly substituting in. You get your second mark for getting the square root of 57, or getting 57 inside there. And you get your third mark for your 0.6 and your minus 3.1. Okay, a theatre group sold 4,830 tickets for their show. This was 15% more than they sold last year. How many tickets did they sell last year? We want to find out how much we had to start with, so it's a working it back to the original question. Stop the video, go and have a shot. Okay, so we start with 100%. We know it's going up by 15%, so we have 115%. So what we have right now is 115% is equal to the 4,830 tickets. Now we need to work this back to 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we are going to divide it by the percentage that we have now to get it back to 1%. So 4,830 divided by 115 gets us 42. So 1% is equal to 42. I don't want 1%, I want 100%. So I'm going to take this value here and I'm going to multiply it by 100. So 100% is equal to 42 times 100, 4,200. So last year they sold 4,200 tickets. So marking scheme. You get your first mark for stating that 115% is equal to 4,830. You get your second mark for working out what 1% is, and you get your third mark for working out the 100%. Okay, question 6. A spherical sweet, that's not easy to say, is made by coating a caramel sphere evenly with chocolate. A cross-section of the sweet is shown below. The diameter of the sweet is 24 millimetres and the thickness of the chocolate coating is 3 millimetres. Calculate the volume of the chocolate coating. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so what we want is this shaded part in here. In other words, it's big sphere take away little sphere. Now whatever you do, make sure you copy down the formula properly. Don't do anything stupid and lose marks. So go and look at your formula, copy it down properly and have a go yourself. So, volume of a sphere. 4/3 pi r cubed. Do not put a square in there. Make sure it's cubed. Right, so what information do we need? We're going to do the big one first. So let's have a look. Dimension we're given is 24. That's the diameter. What do we want? We want the radius. So we need to half that to get our radius. Okay, so the volume of the big one is 4/3 times pi times 3 cubed. Times 12 cubed. Half of 24, 12. That's my radius. Notice I'm leaving it in pi. I'm not changing it to a decimal yet. Too messy. 2,304 pi. Now I'm going to calculate the volume of the wee one. Okay, let's have a look at this. I want the radius of the inside one. How am I going to get it? I know that's 3 and that's 3. So if we take 6 away from 24, getting us 18, that would be the diameter of the inside. Don't want the diameter, I want the radius, so I need to half the 18 to get 9. So as I said, 24, take away 3, gets me 18. That's the diameter of this. Don't want the diameter, I need the radius. So divide 18 by 2, 9's my radius. Okay, so subbing that in, we've got 4/3 times pi times 9 cubed. Watch it. Okay, so the volume of our wee one is 972 pi. Now I'm going to do the volume of the big one. Take away the volume of the wee one. So 2,304 pi, take away 972 pi, gets me 1,332 pi. Changing that into a decimal, it's 1332 times pi, gets me 4,184.60 ... But watch, we have been asked to do it to 3 significant figures, so we've still got a rounding to do. First significant figure, second significant figure, third significant figure. So we are rounding to this significant figure, which is the tens. So we are rounding this answer to the nearest 10. So final answer is 4,180 millimetres cubed. Mind your unit, we're dealing with volume. Done and dusted. So marks. You need to show that you have to take away the big one and the wee one. So you need to show that you're working out 2 volumes. That's your first mark. Second mark, working out your big volume. Third mark, working out your wee volume. Fourth mark, getting to this stage here. Fifth mark, actually doing your sig fig.